Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. We're going to do the Celtic Cross again, and whatever message comes out is what Spirit wants you to hear. I've set that intention. And I do have some oracle cards, some energy cards that we can pull at the end too, kind of get some additional messages for Spirit on your path. So, hope you guys are having an awesome day. I got the King of Wands. Optimism. Maybe looking towards the future. Be sure and like and follow for me. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. It really does help my channel, and I very much appreciate it. Okay, so again, on the bottom, we have this King of Wands energy, which is Gemini, Libra, no, sorry, that's air. Fire sign, sorry. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So the King of Wands is a very good leader, right? It's like an entrepreneur, that optimistic attitude, looking at the bigger picture, getting a bird's eye view of things. So maybe this is you kind of looking at something from like a leadership perspective and maybe seeing the bigger picture and taking control of a situation. So the actual situation is the Ten of Swords. There is a painful cycle that is trying to end, right? The Ten of Swords this person has been through a lot. They have all these swords in their back. So this can be about manipulation. It can be about toxic environments. It can be about like maybe betrayal, whether that's in business or relationships. So these are general readings. You take them how they resonate for you. But the Ten of Swords is a very difficult energy. Again, like deceit and instability. But it's also about needing to release things in order to end them, right? Tens are at the end. And it's about releasing that energy. So the blockage here is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about healing. It is about pulling back and being in solitude, resting, relaxing here, taking care of yourself. I feel like you just need rest. You need to take care of yourself. Maybe, kind of isolate yourself a little bit for self-protection reasons, whether that's from a person or, just for the healing aspect, and just kind of be on your own for a little bit and pull back your energy from people, places, and things that, need to end in your life. And this has to do with some kind of conflict that's going on. Again, this could be a mental conflict that you're dealing with. This can be other people that are in your life, family members, coworkers, whatever it is. But there's a lot of just like tension and stress, feeling defeated, and that Ten of Swords can be a very defeated energy as well. But this Five of Swords is about aggression with others or some kind of stress with other people. Like you could be in arguments, whatever that is for you. In the recent past, we have the Empress energy. This is about being open to receive. This is about growth and abundance and kind of sitting in that feminine, nurturing energy, whether you're male or female. And this is just about opening up to like an abundant, loving, creative type of energy. So maybe you are finally coming out of this Ten of Swords energy and you're just kind of opening up. This is also about like nurturing. So maybe nurturing yourself, having some compassion, but that feminine energy just kind of sits in that receiving energy and letting things come to you and opening up to like birthing ideas, birthing new things. So your subconscious, your higher self, we have the Five of Wands. This is about obstacles, competition. It's also about like, needing to choose the battles and kind of go at them in a different way, right? So all of these people have these wands up, right? And they're kind of struggling and competing with each other. It's also like a battle of egos. So, and then you have this Five of Swords here. So you could very well be dealing with a group of people. This could be like coworkers, could be family members, could be, what you thought was a friend group. Again, general reading, but it's kind of like this, this competition and this conflict again with this ego battle. So this could be something that you are internally conflicted about, but it's also just like overcoming challenges. In the near future, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about choices. It's about options. It's also about confusion. So there could be a situation that is confusing in the near future. It could also be about just needing to find clarity and use your discernment, right? If you're in some kind of negative energy or negative environment, it could just like be very overwhelming, and you just need to use your discernment and your clarity in order to navigate the situation, right? If you're, for example, stuck in a job that you don't like and there's a lot of tension and arguments and things like that, maybe you're needing to like birth new ideas on how to move forward or how to do things differently in this situation. And you kind of just need to pull your energy back from this tension in this, the arguments, whatever this is, the competition, right? And healthy competition is a good thing, right? But I feel like you're needing to find like a good, healthy way and picking your battles wisely, right? Choosing those battles wisely. And in the near future, this could be like maybe you having options or opening up to new options, but it's also just about like getting that clarity and discernment on, maybe how you want to move forward or like the decisions you need to make, right? So your feelings, we have the Nine of Cups. Like you're wanting a wish fulfillment. You want this personal fulfillment, this contentment, satisfaction. You could be focusing on the blessings you want in your life, right? Like seeing the bigger picture. Again, if this is like a negative work environment or some kind of negative environment that you're around, I feel like you just kind of need to pull your energy back from people and maybe go at it alone and kind of just focus on what it is that you want to do, because the Nine of Cups is very much a solo wish fulfillment, right? The Ten of Cups is all about happy family, happy life, all of the good things, right? And the Nine of Cups is, moving towards that Ten of Cups, but this is very much about personal satisfaction and personal fulfillment, right? So it's about filling your own cup and wanting recognition and, that achieving something here. So in the environment, the influence is the King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign that you're dealing with, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be. This could just be you focusing on stability, prosperity, building that wealth, right? I feel like this could very much have to do with like work environment or some kind, maybe a business, something of that nature. And this feels like more than one person that you're dealing with. So you very well could be in like a toxic work environment of some sort. And you're just very focused on building wealth and stability for yourself, staying grounded, and really just focusing on your wish fulfillment here. And your hopes and fears, we have the Chariot. So this is all about that forward movement, taking control, moving forward. You're really hoping to just kind of plow things through things here and really move forward, right? And having the self-discipline and the focus to do so. And I feel like that's just really what you're hoping to kind of just move forward on something here. Maybe this is like a raise or a promotion that you're hoping to get with that King of Pentacles, or you're just hoping to advance in some way. And, this is about like you having that determination and making the progress. The overall outcome is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a decision. And this is needing to, maybe you feel kind of stuck or you have a difficult choice to make, right? Again, if this is a job situation, maybe you're trying to decide whether or not you want to stay at this company or in this department, and you just have a really tough decision to make on that, right? But again, with this King of Wands here, it's about seeing the bigger picture. If you stay in this position, you may be able to promote and move up the corporate ladder, right? If you leave this place, then you would be birthing your own new ideas and doing your own thing, right? And moving forward in that aspect. So again, it is a general reading, so you take it how it resonates for you. But in the end, there is like a big decision that you do need to make. And I feel like you're just really sitting in this wish fulfillment energy. And I think you're going to know what decision to make here. So let's see. What do they not see coming here, Sarah? So we have the Seven of Wands, which is about defending yourself, defending your boundaries, and really standing up for yourself here. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is like that curious, enthusiastic, type of energy and adventure and excitement, right? And then we have the High Priestess, which is about trusting your intuition and trusting that inner knowing on something here. So I feel like you're just going to be really kind of standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in, and which is like this wish fulfillment and this moving forward here. And then trusting your intuition when it comes to this decision that you're making, that inner knowing that you have, really trusting in that and being optimistic about the future. So what is the advice for Gemini spirits? Woo. Advice for Gemini. Awesome. Yeah, I feel like you just kind of need to take some sort of action here and really focus on your passions and maybe stop holding back, being open to new ideas and new opportunities that are going to move you forward. And once you kind of open yourself up to these new opportunities, it's going to move you forward pretty quickly here, because the Eight of Wands is, you know, very fast moving energy, which is what you're hoping for. You have this Chariot in your hopes and fears here, right? So you're wanting things to move forward, but I feel like you just kind of need to maybe have that confidence. You know, you're probably feeling very defeated with that 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. It's a very defeated type of energy. And then this King of Wands is a fire energy, right? That passionate, that optimistic type of energy, and seeing the bigger picture here, seeing like things from a different point of view and taking control. Again, with this Knight of Wands, this is like a Sagittarius energy, that fire, right? So this is just kind of needing to really focus on your passions and maybe being open to those new opportunities that are going to help you move forward here. Again, that could be a new job. It could be whatever this is for you, moving away from whatever this toxicity is for you. When you go through that 10 of Swords too, like you really do need rest. So I feel like you just really need to do some self-care and take care of yourself here. You know, this 7 of Cups can be about options coming in, because it is about options and choices. So there could be options here in the future, and just overall you needing to make a decision. Maybe this is a new job option coming in here and you need to make that difficult decision to open up to a new opportunity, right? Which is just going to help you advance faster. Whatever this decision is, this opening up to new opportunities is what's going to ultimately move you forward, and very quickly. So we have peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Yeah, that 4 of Swords, definitely needing to find some inner peace here, that going within and maybe doing some meditation. The divine fruit. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light, my heart is warmth, and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Awesome. I love that. So maybe finding that inner fire, that inner light, right? With that Knight of Wands and that King of Wands. So ultimately you have a big decision coming up, but I feel like you trust your intuition and stay optimistic about it. It's going to help propel you forward. So just be open to new opportunities. Maybe it's something you weren't expecting before and something different comes in. Maybe it's just not what you're expecting, right? Maybe it's something that you're not seeing, because she is blindfolded and then he is like very closed off. So maybe this is something that you weren't seeing before, and it kind of comes in and now you're finally seeing it, or you're finally opening up to the opportunity. But nonetheless, it's going to help propel you forward. So I hope that this message helps, and I will see you next time. Bye.